the big thing for us was getting that robot photoreal.
Yo, hello. It's been a while since my last recording. But yeah, the first thing you can probably tell is, hey, look, I had a haircut. Meaning that, I mean, we are still kind of in lockdown. The big difference is that we can go out and walk, which is great, and shops are open again. The thing is, we can't dine in, however, we can order food, so that's great. Today is a super interesting episode, and that's because today's director is a director I not only look up to, but is also a very good friend of mine, and his name is Samuel Bennetts. I was able to schedule an interview, a video interview with Samuel a few days ago, and at first we discussed one of his videos. It was for Etisalat 5G, and then from there, yeah, he just spoke about his experience, his opinions and insight on the industry, and there was just a wealth of information, and I have to say, we spoke for almost a good 2 hours. Today's episode is just mainly going to be focusing on his work that he did for Etisalat 5G. The rest of the conversation, I'm creating a separate video, which will run for around, I'd say, like an hour and a half. So, okay, here's the plan. On my Patreon, I'll be creating some exclusive videos. They're more like masterclass videos. Yeah, I'll be giving access to Patreon members to those videos, and this will be the first of many. I have to say, and to be honest, and this is not just me saying this because he's my friend, just listening to him, there's just so much that I learned and so much that you guys can get out from this hour and a half interview that I did with him. And it's just information that I wish I had prior to getting into this industry. And let me just say this, I've actually seen the masterclasses for James Cameron and Ron Howard, which are great. I think it's a big leap from someone who's just trying to start off as a film director, and sure, you can get something out of it. Just starting off with this video with Samuel, you'll get so much information that I wish I had. Yeah, you'll be getting exclusive content, and one of those exclusive contents will be the masterclass, starting off with Samuel. And I can tell you, it's gold. So that's the plan. That's the future going ahead for this channel. Before we get into Samuel's work, just a quick rundown what this channel is all about. Basically, I'm a commercial director. I make commercials. Yeah, so I feel that there are a lot of high-end commercials out there that don't get the attention they deserve. So this is me introducing to you some really cool commercials that have inspired me as a director and my career, and hopefully they inspire you as well. So that's just the general gist of this channel. Etisalat 5G. Let's check this one out, shall we? And here we go. The CG is so cool. It's kind of like iRobot, but just way better. I may have to mute the audio from this video, only because, yeah, I don't want to get a copyright strike. So But you guys can check out the video. I'll leave it in the description. Cool. What do you think? Very, very cool stuff. So without further ado, I'll let Samuel do all the talking, and yeah, I hope you enjoy as much as I did. So take it away, Samuel.
Samuel Bennetts. I'm a director. I direct television commercials. I direct television. I direct music videos. I do live events, installations, digital stuff. I've been doing it I don't want to say how old I am. I've been probably doing it 20 years, and I've been directing theatre before that when I was at school and when I was at university. So yeah, a good chunk of my life I've been directing, and I love it. Best thing in the world.
So so that spot you did, tell me if I'm saying it right. Etisalat, is it?
Etisalat, yeah. So it's a telco for the Middle East. It's like the biggest telco over there. Lovely people, but they brought 5G first to the UAE, and so it was an ad for the launch of 5G in the UAE.
And this was shot in Dubai, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So it was a production company called Kahuna Films that like are super nice people. They do really great jobs over there, and I got along with them really well. They're actually become friends since we did the job, and yeah, I mean they put everything into that film. Like everything's on the screen.
Yeah. So how'd you get the job, or how'd you find out about the job, or how did they reach you?
It's a funny one, that one. So I love visual effects, and I like working with, I like robots, and I like sci-fi a lot. And it's something you say to, your reps, and you say it to your EPs. I had a rep from, she's in Italy, and she was speaking to them. I think they'd had a director pull out of the job, and they were all really upset. So they needed someone that could pitch really fast. And you know what it's like, if you actually like the script, you can do a treatment really quickly. And I mean, yeah, that thing, the pitch for it, we did it really fast. And I had a conversation with the agency, and they're like lovely, lovely guys, and really enthusiastic about, the creativity of it and what the character was and where they wanted the world to go and how they wanted Dubai to be represented, but make it feel like it was anywhere in the UAE. I did the treatment really quickly, and I think it was like a day later, they're like, "You're the guy," and I'm like,
Oh. So you got the job, and then they fly you in. What's the whole process in terms of pre-production, and then how many days do you have to put this together, like shooting day wise?
The complication with that job was the stadium set that they wanted, and we want it to be this most futuristic thing. And Dubai is super futuristic. Like I've been there, like it's futuristic, but they want a very specific sort of futuristic, which was like something that doesn't really exist. And I combed through so many like locations trying to find it, and they'd send me malls, and then like opera houses they couldn't use. And the opera houses to me were amazing, but they're like, that's not futuristic enough. So the challenge to that was I wanted to shoot it in Norway. I think I wanted everyone to go to Norway because I'd found an opera house that looked exactly like all of our documents and was super exciting. And for whatever reason, they wanted to stay there. I don't think the client wanted to fly or something along those lines. So they decided to build that stadium, and that process was so difficult. So the production designer came up with like a million designs. We needed the space to be fairly dark so that you could have those holograms in the air. And that meant we had to make the walls darker, which means they need to be like custom surfaces for the background. And then the agency wanted this to be a stadium. They wanted it to be something for 10,000 people would be in there cheering on this robot, this performer. There's a lot of backwards and forwards because it's such a big job. But to Big Kahuna's credit, we literally got two huge sound stages, like huge, like Studio One at Fox in Sydney big, like so big. And they built this stadium across these two sound stages. And I think we kicked out Jackie Chan was going to shoot in there. I saw him in the distance, and like I sort of waved him like back. And yeah, like we had the two sound stages. The key element for the film was obviously the performer on the stage, and getting him right. I mean, for me, once you get that robot right and you get the right actor to be the guy, then ideally the audience is looking at him and looking at his performance. So I mean, that was a really big deal to me, is to try and find the right person. I think I talked about in the treatment a lot. We went through a lot of people, and it was funny. A friend of mine is a really good music video director, and he was like, "I've got the guy, man," and I was like, "What do you got?" Because I'd been through everybody, and he's like, "Ian Eastwood. I've done like a million commercials with him. He's like a really great dancer. He's a guy you should talk to." So he sends me all these videos, and he's just super charming and super charismatic, and a really good looking guy. And I get on the phone with him because obviously mutual friend, and really humble and enthusiastic. And I mean, the guy's got like 1 billion followers on Instagram and whatever, but really into the job, really listens. He wants to direct. He does direct. He directs great stuff, and it's great to have a person like that. But what I loved about his performance was how sort of austere he was, but then sort of supple to the audience, and still a great dancer. And he brought a friend across who helped him, so he ended up like sort of bouncing off each other the whole time, and like he called him as an assistant, but it was like a choreographer. It was so gratifying to me to have someone like that to be able to work with, and he's someone I'd love to work with again. So yeah, I think the robot was it.
So for that stadium scene, that was just one day, or
So the whole job, if I remember right, was like 3 days.
Right.
It might have been 4, but maybe there's like a half day or something. We shot the stadium over 2 days and the rest of it in a day. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was 4 days. That's right. The rest of the shit, when we shot in a hotel room, we shot in an apartment. We shot, it was like a street thing. We did a street shutdown. It rained in Dubai on the scene with the kid in the helicopter car. Yeah, it rained, and like in Dubai, again, we had the right post partners. We had like the right guys in production that were making it work. So you get through it. The challenge for this job was that they called the job with another director originally, and then I think he or she, or I think it was they, I think it was a duo. They were gonna do most of it in camera, and when it came to me, I'm going, I wanted this, that hologram in the air came from me. It doesn't come from the script. And I really wanted to do that. And I wanted to have interactive lighting on people, and I wanted to have the robot be able to interact with them. So you have a show rather than just a robot on the stage. I wanted a big show everywhere. And those screens, the way that the original script was, you'd basically edit between the robot on the stage and these futuristic things. I went, let's make it part of the show. Let's make it seem that he touches. We have to have a way to make that happen. So that wasn't budgeted for. And so we're talking to their post partner, which was UPP, who now I adore and become really close with. He was really great. And he was like, look, we'll make it work. This is a good idea. We have to jiggle some stuff around. But yeah, they really came to the party with building all that, the screens and things for us. So we had to get that footage from somewhere, but they were really good. But the big thing for us was getting that robot photoreal. That robot, I mean, the way that they had budgeted was to do motion control and to basically get a performer to do it, and then to take the person out and motion control the shot again. And I'm going, look, man, you've got 2 days. You just won't get through it. And you're going to not be able to do it with a technocrane. You're not going to be able to match the moves. You want a fluid looking ad anyway. You want to be able to find moments. And let's do it with a technocrane. Let's get a motion capture suit. And then I'll give you second passes again that resemble the other shot. And then we'll either paint out Ian, or we'll use the second pass, but you'll use all the motion capture data and tracking back in. And I just thought everyone was going to go, nah. And they're like, okay, we'll come over with a motion capture suit. And I went, yeah, check them out, man. I mean, the Vanish ad I just did, they did all the clothes in that, and same supervisor. Right. And it was really good, man. But yeah, man, it was super fun job, like a lot of pressure and like really big. And like, I like doing big fun stuff. So, it worked out. I mean, there's a lot of things I'd change, but that's being a filmmaker, right? You look back and go, ah, damn it. But the reality is, if you're on set and you're trying as hard as you can, and you know you're trying as hard as you can, and you have a vision and you're able to be a bit fluid with it, then it works out. And they ended up projecting that ad onto like buildings in Dubai. It's like incredible looking, and they were super happy with it. So yeah, all in all, I can't complain about my little nitpicky stuff that I have problems with, but yeah, I'm proud to have made it. So it's all good.
Awesome. So yeah, we'll definitely be doing this again.
Yeah, cool, man. Well, thank you. I really
Yeah.
appreciate your time. It's
Yeah.
super nice of you.
Cheers. Thanks, bro.
Bye bye. See you, man.
So that was just a short segment of our interview. So as I mentioned earlier, I'll be putting the full interview in my giving access to Patreon members. Like I said, these masterclasses I'll be providing is really it's really value for money. I mean, $3, $5 for masterclass, and I'll be providing a lot more in the future. So hopefully I can help your filmmaking journey just that much easier. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like, share, and please leave a comment. You can just say hi, how's it going, how are things, ask me questions. I answer all comments, so if you have any queries about the industry or just anything in general, I'll do my best to answer your questions. And check out some of my work at aswahan.com, and follow me on Instagram at aswa_hand. And until then, I'll see you in the next exciting video. Whoosh!